Hi, Olive Sector, Talespin here, and I am your mentor for this game. So let's get started. So here I am in the middle, you're all around there. What I first really want to talk about is before you even look at your ships and planets, to study your sphere of influence. So if I go into the tools that the star map has, and I go to draw, I'm going to add a new layer. Call that layer diplomacy. You can call these whatever you want. Add a circle around my homeworld that is 360 light years. Save. So this is my sphere of influence. There will be no other homeworlds within that distance. There might be 360 to 500 light years. There might be someone out here, like there or there, but no one should be within this area. I shouldn't be in the middle in a standard game. It's just that this is a mentor game. It's everybody out there, me in the middle. So I want to look at the planets and the planet clusters that are near me and think about where star bases can be, where I'm most vulnerable, and where I can develop and expand. First of all, I look and I see there's two big clusters here. And those are good because I can get lots of resources from them. But they're also dangerous because if enemies get in here, there's lots of resources for them, lots of fuel. They can planet hop and get close to my planet and attack me. I could have being attacked from here or here very quickly. Here, less likely because there's a long ways to go. They have to cross a lot of open space, use a lot of fuel, not a lot of planets to resupply. So these are my two most dangerous areas. This is a mentor game I'm going to have. I'm going to have people coming from every direction, so it doesn't really matter. But in a standard game, it does matter very much because people know they're not going to try to cross that. They might. If they're the birds or something, or the privateers, they might, the cloaking races. But generally, they don't, unless they have to. So what I want to do is I want to colonize these, and I want to build star bases in there, and I want to defend these before anybody else gets to them. Now remember, in a standard game, I might have someone like here. So they might be thinking, oh, I need to get to that one first. So you need to figure out which ones you're going to go to first. If there was someone there, then I might want to colonize this cluster first. So that's one thing you want to think about. Where do I need to defend? Where do I need to colonize quickly and build up quickly? Now, next is starbase locations. I really like this planet here, the Nothing Planet it's called, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines going to it. These lines indicate that you can travel this distance in one turn. And so that's what creates these planet clusters. I can hop around in this cluster without being seen by anybody. And it can be really important early in the game, within the first 5 or 10 turns, to stay hidden and not jump across these big gaps, because it takes 2 turns, and you move 1 turn, someone might spy you and figure out where your homeworld is and send a ship to kill you, or at least destroy your economy. You don't want to show yourself right away, generally. So I really like this as a starbase position because it has 7 connections, and all these planets can supply this one little planet here. So that's a good spot to put starbase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new layer, and I'm going to call it development. Call these whatever you want. make a little note right next to that planet. SB for starbase. I like green because that's progressive. So there, I have a little note there to remind myself to build a starbase there. And I also like this one that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections. So I'm going to add another text. Green. Save. So now I kind of have these 2 locations for starbases. That's where I'm going to scout. That's where I'm going to send my colonists and hopefully build starbases. Now let's look at my home cluster here. If I was in the middle, like over here, I'd have 2 directions to colonize and expand. Unfortunately, I started here, and without revealing myself, I only have 1 direction to colonize. So to find my minerals, my natives for mega credits, I need to scout this area and expand quickly. That will inform me what to do with my medium deep space freighter. If I was, say, here and I had this amazing planet here, I might consider trying to build a starbase there on turn 4. But since I don't really have a good spot here to make a starbase, I don't think I will right away. And that kind of tells me too, there doesn't really look like there's anywhere in my home cluster to build a second starbase. I mean, maybe out here. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections, but 3 of them belong to my home cluster, so I don't want to take away too many minerals from here and put them there because my home world needs to be supplied. Maybe this one, 1, 2, 3, this one, 1, 2, 3, but so there's nowhere like super great to build a second starbase. So I guess for now that is everything. It's just really important to, before you get into doing patterns of the same thing over and over, just take a look of your sphere of influence and think about those things before you start playing. Because the more you think about things in planets, the more you calculate things, the better you do in them, trust me. I've played against some players that calculate and plan things very well, and it's quite scary to watch sometimes. So I guess that's it for now. Until the next video. Talk to you soon.